Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on the PlayStation 5 Pro. We're back after quite a busy week of diving into a bunch of different things regarding world updates and marketplace updates and all that fun stuff. So we're back on the PlayStation to do another community flight, which today will take part in the new Fokker that released, or I mean not new, but updated version of it that came out. The one of 5 that we're going to eventually get. And no, I do not have any new information about any new planes from the aircraft avionics update that is still indefinitely delayed until those other planes are ready. I just want to double check something. Yeah, it seems like we have the... I've seen somebody say that they got the 20 version, but... Oh, that won't matter on PlayStation. I don't even know why I looked. Never mind. Don't even know why I looked. Wouldn't even make a difference, because there is no 20 version to have here. I mean, I guess technically there is if you have the Aviator. Never mind. Just forget I even did any of that. Let's do... We're gonna go stock first. Let's do the passenger side here. Excellent. Hello, Monorific and Water and Simon. Hello, hello. Yeah, we'll just do this one. Get a little red and beige going on here, and I think we shall... Do we fly around in Alaska a little bit, starting off from Nanowalek? Oh, there's a handcrafted one over here. Valdez Airport. Let's go there. To Papa Alpha Victor Delta. Make sure our flight conditions are set to what I want. We'll do live weather in time, yes. Okay, we probably won't do live... Oh my goodness gracious, maybe we will not be doing live weather. That may have been a mistake. Hello, can you please help me with autopilot? I have small problem. What is the problemo? And in what aircraft is the problemo? But hello, Sush. Hello, hello. The cow is in town. Hold the doors. Yes, absolutely, Gray. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Friday. Leading into the weekend. I have not messed with this plane since it came out, so... You know, I don't think I flew this plane when it was in the Aviator edition this whole time either, but... Thought we would dive into it a little bit today and... see what's going on. So there's no walk around? Interesting. What is going on with that? Did that really just glide across the ground and just... That's crazy. Very nice. What do we have here? All the lights. Yeah, that's weird. You just do the stuff from inside. Interesting. Cool plant pamphlets. Man, it must suck if you're sitting here. you get no view. The best seat is in the back. That's crazy. I mean, that would get boring. Just sitting here and not seeing anything, because I guess if you kind of crouch down, you might be able to see Yeah, if you lean all the way over, you can check out what's going on up front, but just looking straight up. Oh, that'd be terrible for a very long flight. Was cutting edge, I guess. I like the audio though. Is there any door we could... Wait. Is that just like a bubble window? What am I looking at here? Holy crap, holy, that is loud. Is there something missing here? What is happening? I think there's a piece missing. Oh, there are windows that go all the way through. Why is it covered? Is it supposed to be like a... I don't know what's happening, folks. But yeah, there's no glass. What is this? Why is that a thing? Well, I guess it's gonna be a nice chilly flight then, apparently. Those look like dining chair. Well, you get the extra comfort then. But we are at... Papa Alpha Victor David, PAVD, up in Alaska. I'm assuming this does not have flaps. Nope. Doesn't have brakes either. Oh boy, this is gonna be one to land here. Look at this mountain, by the way. Very nice. Gyroscope mode on. And away! You know, this thing's actually going faster than I was expecting it to. Nice. Going 90 knots? Or kilometers per hour, excuse me. Hang on, let's get safe here, get some lights going. Oh, sweet. It's one of those types of lights that look like they just took it from a car. Slapped it on a plane. I don't even know what the cruise or ceiling is for this thing. I'm assuming not too high. Oops, wrong menu. Oops, oh, here we go, hang on. Oh, 14,400 feet? Is there really not supposed to be a window? That's weird. That's very weird if that's supposed to be that way. That looks pretty cool over to the left, though, with this live weather going. It was really cool flying in the Ford Tri-Motor a few years ago. So glad they came here and did rides. Such an awesome experience. Every time I see planes like this, I think of it. Because obviously the Ford Tri-Motor is similar. There's a single engine option too, but I wanted more power. It's like, I'm not gonna go slow here. F-27 still has a horrendous draw distance. And absolutely, Rex. Why do you need to DM me about an autopilot issue? What are we talking? I don't know what's happening. Anyways, for Xbox you can activate gyroscope mode, but it doesn't work. Well, there's no gyroscope in an Xbox controller, so yes. It is GSR. I like the audio. And house, we're on US East servers, and we just took off from Papa something something something. Papa Alpha Victor David, PAVD. And we are heading west from there. And very nice, Joe. We look forward to seeing you in here. I'm sorry. Did I overspeed? I thought I was flying level. What is this? 99 knots. I guess I went over 99 knots. Alright. Well, okay, good to know. It is Finest. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for another $1.99. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're on a fantastic Friday. And you are welcome, house. So looking forward to seeing you flying in the sky with us. Holy crap. I love it. I think I still have that set to low, don't I? Yep, that turbulence setting does absolutely nothing. But welcome to the flight, Joey, Kiwi Flyer, Paul, ZX6, PJ, Flying, Sush, Pigtowns, Rasta, and Simon. I got so used to flying on PC and Xbox where, you know, a couple people show up, and then of course you come back over to PlayStation and it's like, bang! All kinds of folks already flying with us. I very much appreciate it. Thanks for stopping on by and joining our Alaskan flight in this aircraft, which can easily overspeed apparently. Didn't even realize I was going to overspeed at all in this thing. But alright, let's see if we got an airport here. Because what I'd like to do is I want to switch between the different versions of the aircraft. So we'll switch out at PACA, Papa Alpha Kilo Alpha, which is going to be around the bend here. Absolutely Gray and Fonzie, hi Cowtown. I had fun with this free aircraft, especially as recalling my father built a flying model of the Southern Cross way back in the day. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Glad you're having a blast with the plane in the sim. Oh, look at that view over there. Look at the view everywhere, actually. Very nice. It shows I'm in a lime green 737. I'm in the car and on a B390. Yeah, I mean, there should be better, even if it's something I don't own. There's plenty of private jet models, but yeah, it's just, at this point I don't think model matching is ever going to get to a point where it's 100% correct. I mean, we're 5 sim updates in and it's still not right. But I honestly just don't even care anymore. I'm just at the point now where I'll be surprised if it ever actually functions somewhat correctly. That's kind of where I'm at with model matching. I have no idea about time frames regarding specific things in the marketplace. I wish we knew, but yeah, it's just, at this point, it really is just random, and we'll all find out together at the same time. Oh, very nice, Water. Well, happy to have you here at 2 a.m. SR-71 is cool. I'm glad. Oh my goodness, glad you're enjoying it, Modern Colonist. I've noticed the draw distance is lower again, too. Hopefully we'll see I mean, we'll see, but I'm hoping next week we'll see an update come out. That would be nice. But just, there's really no guarantee for it, because like we've talked about in the past, there might be one update, and then that's it until the next sim update, so we'll see. Hopefully things change, and we can have more consistent upgrades, or updates, throughout the public release, as opposed to having to wait months for updates. We shall see, though. Oh boy. It's gonna be a while till we get to another airport over here. So yeah, I'm gonna switch to a different variation of this aircraft. I think. Maybe, I mean, we'll see. Yep, TCF. I mean, the airliners are, I mean, most of the Airbuses and everything. I think if you fly the A310 or, I don't know, it's most of the airliners are all having memory issues on PlayStation after Sim Update 5. Unfortunately. So you are not alone in those issues there. That's why I'm going to just stay away from them now until that gets fixed. Not worth the headache dealing with them. I'm gonna go over this so we don't get thrown around. Oh, we're there already. Wow, okay. Pretty tall here. Do a little touch and go. Get one more little practice landing in here. Oh, look at these cliffs. That's cool. I mean, they're not giant cliffs, but, you know, it's just, it still looks pretty neat. Hey, Sunflower, hello, hello, and John, welcome to the stream as well. Cowtown, the eternal optimist. I mean, I don't, you know what, you know my feelings with Sim Update 5, but I don't want to keep saying the same thing over and over again, especially if you consistently watch the stuff, you know, it's just, I've put my grievances out there, and now all we can do is wait. I mean, there's nothing really much else to say, except hopefully things improve, you know? It's just still my least favorite Sim Update release, and hopefully they can rectify that and fix the issues that they implemented that weren't issues before, so. But yeah, I mean, there's really not much else for me to say, you know. It's been a crap week for the most part, especially when it comes to the airliner side, and now it's up to Asobo to get it back to where it was before. Oh, and there's Chris in the Archangel. I just call it the SR-71. I know it was the model before the SR-71, but Archangel just, I like saying SR-71 better, so. Oh my, what was that? I looked away for a second, I saw the screen. What did it do? That was weird, because that wasn't me hitting a button. I don't know why that freaked out. Alright. Alright, so struts are higher than we think. Ah, still bounced it. Still bounced it. So my question is, how in the world did they slow this thing down? I guess they just kind of shoved the tail onto the ground and used friction and just gravity, because we don't have brakes in this thing, in case you were wondering. But you know what they didn't have? Slew mode. That's just something to get used to. You can always throw the chocks out as well. But alright, let me switch to another model here. Hello, Marcus. Hello, hello. Can you get a helicopter to maintain steady altitude with a controller? Yeah. Here, I'll showcase. Hang on. Alright, I can't do the H225 because that's broke. How could I forget? You know what, let's do it in the Bell 47. I'll get back to the Fokker, but since it was asked, we shall pop into it here. Give me a different... I did not mean to hit that. Give me a different livery, please. Let's go yellow. Be a banana chopper. In the spirit of Spirit Airlines. And then we shall talk about flying a helicopter and what to do in order to maintain a lovely altitude. Flew that plane last night. It was fun. Very nice flight sim guy. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're having a blast with the aircraft. Again, it is free for a limited time, so if you haven't picked it up yet, highly recommend diving into it and just grabbing it, having it in your... because then you keep it forever. It will not always be free. Hello, Mrs. Welcome to the stream. The very last wheel variant does have brakes? Oh, I'll have to get that one next. Been using the Robinson in career mode. Nice sunflowers. But alright, so yeah, with helicopters, it's all of... I love this helicopter, though. It's part of the Aviator Edition. I hope it gets 24 upgrades. Because it seems like you're not even flying anything because of this glass dome that's going on here. But yeah, so the key with a helicopter is the balance of the collective and throttle and all of that fun stuff, and then just the angle that you're flying at. So all you have to do... Oh boy, oh my goodness, why is that freaking out? Goodness gracious, where did my frames go there? But anyways, once you get to a power ranking you want with the collective and an angle, you'll just kind of maintain that. Because it's not about going full power with a helicopter. Because if you do that, you're going to have more issues going on, and if you go really fast on a low power, you're going to be dropping out, and it's just a whole mess. So, you know, I always use a controller, of course, so you're just tapping X and circle, and you're trying to find that nice balance of where you're wanting to be at, and when you feel like you're flying level, you just leave it alone. I think I'm over speeding here, hang on. What is the speed on this thing? $70 knots. Oh boy, yeah, no wonder more. Oops. But yep, so when you're just tapping X and circle to get to a nice collective and speed that you're wanting, the rest is just the angle of attack you have, and you don't even have to touch the collective anymore. You're able to just maintain the same altitude you're wanting, and that's it. And of course, if you're going too high, just tap circle once, lower the collective, or if you're going too low, just tap X once, and then balance things out. But yeah, other than that, that's all there is to it. Wow, this is an easy one to overspeed, though. It always gets to the vibrating the controller here. So, long story short, just don't go crazy with the collective. Don't just go from 0 power to 100 and 100 to 0. It'll make it much more of a difficult thing in order for you to maintain a nice level flight. You are welcome, Sunflower. Hopefully that helps you out. And then now as we're descending, I'm just pushing circle every so often. It doesn't have to be anything immediate. Because every push can, lower it by maybe 5% or so. And just give you that nice gradual descent. Corvallis over there was bouncing over the water. Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. Oh my. Calm down, Sim, please. And of course, you kind of lean back a bit as you're coming in for a landing. Slowing it on down. Adding to the collective as you're lowering to the ground. And go into nice hover mode. A nice gentle landing on the runway. And there you go. A little quick tutorial on how to fly a helicopter and not make it go all over the place. Now, I mean, I was over on this side. That's alright, I'm not too worried about it. If it was career mode, I would be more worried about it, but that's okay. We'll do this one. No, actually, no. We won't do skis. What's this? The single engine one just feels wrong. Let's go into the floats. Let's do that. That'll look pretty cool. Not airborne. Hello, Pilot Dan. Welcome to the stream. And Bernie Boy, we are at whatever this airport is again. Papa Alpha Kilo Alpha. K-A, not Kia. Oh my, why does it look... What is happening with this? Okay. Okay. Interesting on the water. Alrighty. We're on US East. Is the server. A glider? Nice. I don't see that. Oh, it's not. It's a DHC2. Yep. Alright. I was like, wow, that's hanging on pretty good, but it's a de Havilland Beaver, right? Oh man, I am so, like, you overspeed this thing so easily when you're not paying attention to it. And RHP! Hey, Mr. Town, new subscriber here watching in from Swansea in Wales. Thanks for the great content, man, and one of the best YouTube channels out there. Have yourself a great weekend. Well, I very much appreciate that, RHP. Glad you're enjoying the content. Happy to have you here in the stream, and I hope you have a fantastic weekend as well. Now, if you can hear me over the aircraft, that's certainly not right next to us. We took off from PAKA, Papa Alpha Kilo Alpha. Oh my goodness. But that is where we took off from. And no idea where we're going to head to, but we're going to head into the mountains. I do know that. .99 knots. Well, that helps if I'll stay under 140 miles per hour here. I know that's probably way over, but still. That's a cool mountain right there. And steep. What was that? Oh my goodness. Getting thrown around. But, yeah, flying around Alaska is always awesome, for sure. And hello, Heisenberg. Hello, hello. Welcome, and to anybody here, the 70 of you currently watching, happy to have you here, and hope you're having a great Friday. If you're on PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 Pro, or any PlayStation 5 model, and you want to fly along, you can do so. We're in free flight on US East servers in Alaska, just flying around and having a joyous time. Looks like heading this way will kind of break out of the clouds as well. I still think multiplayer wake turbulence should be a toggle to turn it off. Just saying. Oh, nice. Look at that view. Get the engines in there. And yeah, Heisenberg, definitely another nice reason to fly this. You don't have to listen to ATC. I don't even use ATC anymore. At this point, I just avoid him as much as I can. Because it is in desperate need of much improvement. Trim this thing out. Get some showcase shots going. We haven't done that yet. So it's a bit more difficult to do in a plane that doesn't have autopilot, so we'll try to make it work. We'll also have to fight the wake turbulence. Let the flyby happen here. Welcome to the flight, Bernie and Reaper. I think I said Hammy already. I don't know if I did or not. I need to fly that one more too. I like the Caribou. Oh, you're actually flying the plane I'm flying. So I'm glad we don't. Oh, and the core. Okay. Nobody's actually flying the Caribou. They're all flying default planes that aren't modeling. Okay. Well, either way, the point still stands. I do like the Caribou. It actually comes into my airport on occasion throughout the year. Nice. I'm glad the clouds are breaking up. It is Simon. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, it's not having a great day. That's for sure. Hey, PJ and Liam. Oh my goodness. I'm going to assume you're not actually in an A4. No, that's an A400 it's supposed to be. But it's an A340 instead. Oh, good. Yeah, I don't... Whoever decided that wake turbulence needs to be on multiplayer planes, please consider otherwise. Or let us turn that off separately from the regular turbulence system. Because it was not a great idea. Anything new on the marketplace? I don't believe so. Wouldn't really happen till about 11:30 anyways. If anything happens. Because right now, we still don't really know what the release schedule is on PlayStation. At this point, it feels just random if anything's ready to go or not. I'll be surprised if anything releases today. I think we're pretty much done with just the SR-71 this week. Everybody's looking fantastic, even though most of you aren't even in the plane you picked. God dang, that Sky Courier's loud. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. Alright, we're gonna have to gain some altitude here, folks, because we are getting into some heavily peaked areas of terrain. And we don't need anybody stalling out, so be prepared. I don't even know if there's an airport. And oh, there's Pack. Let's try to make our way through the mountains and get over to Pack V, Papa Alpha Charlie Victor. That shall be our goal. And Sam, you're hammy and flying the Hercules. Very nice. That is a fun one to fly, too. I like the Hercules. Especially the cockpit area, or room, pretty much. I mean, that thing's gigantic up there. It's a flying boat. I mean, obviously it's a boat, but you know what? Whatever. Like, it looks like a cruise ship up there, is what I'm trying to say. And Canadian guy, you would assume correctly. We are in the Alaskan wilderness. Oh, I see Willow fan off in the distance. Welcome to the flight as well. And hello to the 80 of you stopping on by on this lovely Friday. Hopefully you're all having a great one, and happy to have you here in the stream. Again, if you're on PlayStation and you want to join on up, we're on US East servers in Alaska. Nearest current airport is going to be, I mean, it probably is going to be the Papa Alpha Victor, or Charlie Victor. Because we got really nothing out here. But that'll give you the general area of where we are, so if you want to spawn in the air, you can do so, of course. Oh no, Dylan! But you're definitely not alone on that. There's many people affected by the airliner regressions that have happened with SU5. Hopefully the cockpit will load in for you eventually. But just want to say, really glad everybody enjoyed the stream over that criminal career mode for Flight Sim. I've been having a blast with that. I keep playing that every day. But really glad everybody enjoyed the stream over it. We'll probably do some random ones here and there, kind of diving more into it as I unlock more, so you can kind of see those other features. And then, of course, glad you enjoyed the Marketplace update video, and pretty much everything else that came out this week. I mean, the World update, before and after. I made a before and after playlist, so all of them that I've done so far are all in one place. But yeah, just as usual, very much appreciate everybody's support on the series with Flight Sim, just in general. I'm glad you guys enjoy the way I do the content, and yeah, just appreciate it, and love seeing everybody fly along with us as well during these community flights. Which again, PlayStation players, you always come out in numbers, and I love it. Always a fantastically large group to fly with over here. And I love it. Alright folks, it seems we're chugging along a little bit here as we continue to climb to avoid these peaks. This flight may end up in a disaster scenario, but we are going to avoid that as much as we can. Yep, wrong way. I'm the same way. I mean, my 3060 RTX was doing great with the PC side of the sim, but it required, because I was able to run the sim at pretty much all high settings, and it was great. It was buttery smooth. Sim Update 5 came out. I had to drop down a lot of... Oh god, this wake turbulence is not going to help us out. I had to drop a lot of the graphics settings after SU5 on PC, and just something didn't go right for sure. So I'm hoping that'll get rectified. SU5 is giving me stuttering issues for some reason. Yeah, there's just been an overall regression in performance, unfortunately. I think we're okay. As you can see, our speed is going down, but I think we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Oh my goodness. A little, oh wow, a drifting private jet, alright. Oh, and we're not done yet. I mean, we might be able to get around something over here to the right. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Because that's where we need to head to anyways. Oh, but there is like a cool river and glacier that we can kind of follow over here, too. I'm gonna go left. It may be a disastrous decision, but I want to see what's going on over here. Also, I've seen that, I don't know it's been doing weird things, especially on the PC side with my settings, where it'll just turn off multiplayer after a reboot of the sim. I don't know, there's some odd things going on, but... Joshify, hi man, what do we think is next? And then after a dreadful SU5 with performance and just overall, I'd hate to think an update to fix it all will take another few months. I'm hoping that's not the case. Because there's definitely some hot fixing to do in order to get things back to what it was with SU4. So we'll see. I'm hoping we'll see an update next week. But I mean, there's just no guarantee. And as per usual, we're just having to speculate ourselves because we really never get any information as to what's going on or acknowledgement of things. It's just kind of, we deal with it until something happens, and that's unfortunately how it is most of the time. I'm surprised we're not getting any ice. Is there no icing effect on this plane or something? Because I feel like we should be icing. I mean, we haven't flown through any clouds, so that helps. We've always been, even with the heavier coverage, I think we've always been flying under them. Okay, there's no way I was over speeding. Oh, I guess I was 145. I just, it's really like if I'm not paying attention to it, I feel like I'm going the same speed the whole time, and then that happens, and I'm just shocked by it because I didn't realize I was even that high up in the speed. I'm not buying this thing in career mode. I'd be crashing this thing all over the place. It would not end well for this plane for me there. I mean, if you're flying the smaller general aviation planes and stuff out in the middle of nowhere, you'll have better experiences. But if you're trying to use like airliners and go to handcrafted airports, that's when things just go disastrously wrong. With the memory issues all over the place, the cockpit's not loading right, crashes. I mean, it's just... I don't know what they've done, but I want them to not do that again. Because like I've been saying, Sim Update 5 is my least favorite Sim Update to release. I see Dancing Spider is popping in and out, but welcome to the flight. See if we got any new names back here. I think I'm still caught up with everybody. We've lost a few. Did they crash into the mountains? Where did they all go? I think we're going to pop over this peak and range in front of us as well. And then, of course, if you fly kind of in the middle of nowhere and everything, you have better experiences. But yeah, I mean, if you're just flying Cessnas and things like what we're flying here, you shouldn't run into too many of those weird issues. But if you go into the airliners or even the Vision Jet and go to handcrafted airports, you can get the memory warnings and the screens going blank and all that fun stuff. And the nearest airport is going to be Papa Alpha Charlie Victor, PACV. That is our next destination we're trying to head to. Yep, Tank God, that's what we're talking about. I mean, that is such a common thing now after SU5. That there's just, I mean, the only workaround is to not go to handcrafted airports, pretty much. Because, I mean, if you spawn out in the middle of nowhere, you'll be fine. Obviously, that's not always going to work out. People want to fly to international airports when they're flying airliners, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, it's just... have to wait for a fix on that for the time being. Oh, Simon, don't be sorry about being negative. It's completely understandable frustration. It's even more frustrating because we know what the experience was like before Sim Update 5. I loved it on the PlayStation. Like, everything was loading fast. Everything was performing fantastic, from the airliners to general aviation to private jets. And then SU5 came in and completely ruined that entire experience, especially on console, with the PlayStation and Xbox. So definitely don't be sorry about being frustrated with it. You know my feelings on SU5. I mean, we talked about it all week long, and it needs to get fixed. No doubt about it. I just found it odd that they didn't acknowledge it at all in the weekly briefing yesterday. I mean, it's just like, let's pretend nothing's wrong and everything's fantastic. Which, console players know that's not the case. Struggling with helicopters, every time I'll get an unavoidable ding on my end of flight score. Like you entered it. See, that was a helicopter that just did that to it. I'm telling ya. People are going to turn off multiplayer, especially if they're doing like airliner flights or anything like that. And people are just griefing them. I mean, we've gone through this before where we were flying an airliner with autopilot on. Somebody can get in front of you and kick your plane out of autopilot and it can go. So if you're just doing something with multiplayer, I mean, there's just... They need to make it to where we can turn that off. Because to me, I don't think it adds anything to the experience of Flight Sim having multiplayer players have wake turbulence simulated. And by the way, if you fly in front of me or anything like that, don't worry. I don't care about it in free flight or anything like that. I'm just talking about examples of people just, you know, they're excited to get a long flight in or something like that. They leave for a while, they're not even around, and somebody just slew modes up to, you know, they do this, and then they go up to in front of a plane, set up, and then go full blast in front of them, kick them out of autopilot, their plane drifts off or eventually crash. You know, all of that type of stuff is going to get people frustrated and just turning off multiplayer in general. And I don't want that happening. I like seeing so many people flying around as I'm just doing my own thing or whatever. And it would be sad to see more and more of that disappear because people get frustrated with people just messing with their aircraft as they're flying away. And I know there's people that say, well, why don't you just turn off multiplayer? You shouldn't have to turn off key functionality of a sim in order to avoid things that shouldn't even be in the sim to begin with. And I will stand at the top of the mountain and continue to say that wake turbulence for multiplayer aircraft is stupid. Completely understand it with AI traffic, because they're not going to just cut in front of you or anything like that. You'll have that flow, especially on landing and everything like that. But with multiplayer, I just think it's a stupid feature that should have never been enabled to begin with on wake turbulence with that. There absolutely, at least at the bare minimum, needs to be a separate wake turbulence option to turn off the multiplayer one. No doubt in my mind, because people are going to get absolutely frustrated, because you know people are going to be like that. They're like, oh, let's mess with that plane up there, that's that cruise altitude, and all that type of crap. So it's just... We've only been dealing with it for a week now, and I'm already just seeing all the situations where people are going to use that for not so great things. Or somebody, not even at cruise altitude, they might be coming in for a landing and they're like, oh, I'm going to cut in front of them really quick and just create all this wake turbulence on their landing and ruin their long flight, or, you know, stuff like that. It's just dumb. Let us turn that off. The C1, I mean, I've only done that one mission that I recorded. I've seen comments saying that the nose gear doesn't work and the plane crashes on landing, but I'll need to do more tests with it. But the one and only mission I've done, the landing was fine. We just crashed because of the stupid showcase camera that glitches everything out and moves the plane for some reason. But yeah, I'll have to do more tests on it to give you a definitive answer on it. Wow, that helicopter, I mean, yeah, great. Oh, I love it. I'm glad you guys are doing this, though, because now it solidifies my opinion on wake turbulence with multiplayer stuff. I don't even know why it was so aggressive, because that's set to low. You saw it. We looked at the setting, and that setting's useless anyways, but yeah. A helicopter just turned us 90 degrees and in a second, so that was cool. Glad you added that. Oh my goodness. How come we can't see everyone's proper planes? Because model matching has always been broke and they can't seem to get it to work correctly for some reason. I don't know what it is. But I think the last 4 sim updates have always had fixes for model matching or improvements, quote-unquote. But that never seems to change anything. I mean, this is the worst I've ever seen it today, so it seems to just go backwards rather than forwards on that. And Josh, you're all good. Don't be sorry about that stuff. I'm perfectly fine with you guys continuing to do that to showcase how stupid of an idea it is to have wake turbulence on multiplayer aircraft. So I appreciate it. It's great getting all my examples out here live. I'm having an issue with the citation longitude not having a livery at all in career mode. Does it not have the, that red one with the lightning bolt on the tail anymore? I know a lot of people love that livery. But alright, see you later, wrong way. I don't feel like landing on water, so we're gonna just do an emergency landing on the runway. As a matter of fact, let me do the last... I want to save that clip because I want to put it onto my... I want to save that. So in case anybody's like, oh, just... what's wrong with multiplayer wake turbulence? It's gonna get loud here, folks. Get ready. Oh, there's no sound at all. Never mind. There we go. We're here. Look at that. That looks so cool. I love it. Let's get back in there really quick and watch some landings, even though it really doesn't make a difference because most people aren't even in the plane they're flying. Well, I think I'm good on that plane. It's cool, though. I like it. Especially for the nice price of free. Let's just dive back into another helicopter here. But regarding performance, I mean, the reputation and performance system in career mode is just horrendous anyways. Because you can do everything right and it'll still ding you. You can get an S rank on a mission and you'll still lose reputation. I mean, it's just... there's so many things wrong with it. It's not even funny. Let's go to the Strato Liner. This thing's awesome. I love this plane. I wish this would get... The ones I really like from the Aviator Edition aren't on the list yet. I mean, the AN2, I didn't fly too much until they announced that they were updating it. I love that plane, too. It's going to be nice to have an upgraded version of it, but definitely hope the Strato Liner can get the same. Be so fun to use this in, you know, career settings or whatever. Get us something a bit more unique into career as opposed to what we've had so far. Do some truck sim. We might actually do some truck sim this weekend. We'll see, though. Let's get our lights on. get rolling. I don't know either, Duke. I don't know. I don't know what the rush all of a sudden was anyways to get Sim Update 5 out, because the last couple builds before it came out were starting to feel weird. They weren't feeling as polished as the other ones. And then we see what that led to. Do you mind? Oh, I don't mind what you fly at all. You can fly whatever. My community flights are never, oh, you gotta be realistic, you gotta fly the things I'm telling you to. You can fly whatever you want to fly and fly them however you want to fly them. I do not care. Just have fun. That's the whole point of this stuff. We're not here to be serious or anything like that, so have fun. Nice pig towns. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love wake turbulence. Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Excellent decision to bring this into the sim. Beautiful. This definitely won't make people frustrated at all. That is amazing. Good stuff. Definitely hoping we'll see a toggle for that very soon. Alright, let's see where our next destination shall be. We're gonna just keep heading this way. I'm sure we'll run into something. This looks cool over here with all the glaciers and crap. Oh yeah, let's go to Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha. It's gonna be a bit of a trek, but that's alright. At least I got autopilot in this thing. What are we at altitude-wise here? We're at 100 feet. So for now, I think 1,000 feet will do fine. Just gotta remember where the heading... I think it's here. Now we'll figure that out. Oh, it should be this, right? No, that's drift. Oh! There it is. Because that's what I always do in planes like this, where you have the autopilot system that looks like this box. And if you're in an older plane and you don't know specifically where the heading selector is, I just put it into heading, and then I look for dials that are spinning, you know, like the compass here, and it puts you in the right direction of where you're trying to look for a heading selector. That's how I always do it if I'm just unfamiliar with a plane, especially these older ones, and how that all works out. So let's go for... We're just going to do a nice turn. We're going to go for a heading of about 150 degrees. Don't mind us doing a little circle here. Just giving everybody time to catch on up here. This looks... Hey, Lincoln's here. We got a Shadow. We got Pear. Jay Scotty. We got another Scott. We got Flying Scott. Love it. Hey, an FMJ is here. Welcome. I mean, this plane is just awesome. I love this plane. This needs to get the 2024 treatment. We've got a Mad Dog over here as well, which is supposed to be an A10. The MD-88 may have a Gatling gun on the nose, you never know. Alright, perfect. So now we'll just adjust a little bit to the left a bit more. Let's go for about 140 degrees of a heading. And no, the only thing that the F-18 breaks is pretty much the C-17 and I think just jets in general. It shouldn't interfere with the props. Love this plane you're using, just figured out autopilot on it. Nice 4 corners, I do too. It's awesome. It looks fantastic. It's a fun one to land, and yeah. I was kind of hoping this would be early. I'm hoping it gets 24 updated at some point. It better not be one of the planes that are just going to sit here as 2020 versions. How is the C-17 though? Is the audio actually fixed? Or because I know there's situations where it still gets staticky, but hopefully improved finally. And Timmy just got into the stream. How's everybody doing? Doing fantastic. I'm definitely not enjoying Sim Update 5. I'm not surprised, Timmy. I'm not surprised. A lot of people aren't. Especially on the console side of things. Because it certainly is not the experience that Sim Update 4 was. Just barely missed it there. I was a bit worried. I don't think I can actually walk back here in the 20 version. Boo. Am I was about to say, we're not holding 1,000 feet here. Just altitude hold where we're at. That works. I'm just saying, imagine doing a flight like this in real life with the Alaskan mountain range and everything, and then just getting to experience the lovely sound of our prop engines. I mean, that would be such a cool experience. Oh no. Alright, didn't break us out of auto. Oh. Yep, didn't break us out of autopilot. I'm surprised. I'm gonna bank over to the left a little bit more. We're kind of drifting away from the mountains, which let's not drift away from them. Yeah, I kind of want to fly along with the mountains. So let's actually turn a little bit more. We're going to go just 100 degrees, maybe even 90. I mean, I don't know what we're going. We're going, oh wow, we are actually cooking it. Look at that, 200 miles per hour. Very nice. Oh my goodness. What was that? Somebody just flew through my cockpit. Oh, you're in the icon. Okay. But yeah, we're going 200 miles per hour, which is what, 180 knots or so? 190? I know it's not too different. What's FMJ in? Oh, FMJ got the SR-71 as well. Nice. Very nice. Glad everybody that's bought it is enjoying it. It seems like the top rated plane so far. From the other... At least it's not a private jet, for a change. Getting bullied out here. Autopilot's hanging on strong, though. Agents, honestly, it doesn't seem like the developers are too interested in doing anything with crossplay. Based off what they said a few weeks ago during the developer stream. I don't know. They seem to put crossplay at like the bottom of priority. So I wouldn't expect it to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. And to be honest, I don't know if it'll ever happen. Which is just crazy to me. I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Or no, a couple days ago. I mean, there's obviously a ton of interest for crossplay to be a thing, but unfortunately, developers don't seem to really care about it. Or care to make it a thing. And Viking, hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Which, Snow, I don't know where they're getting that information from, because they could just look at my streams in general and see how many people have been asking for crossplay since before the PlayStation version came out. So, and I know there's been a ton of comments on the forums, too, regarding it, so I'm not sure where they're getting the no players want crossplay. It's like, okay. I mean, you guys could just say, we don't care to put the time and effort into making it happen, instead of just saying, oh, nobody wants it. I'm like, okay. Right. And Jado, I'm doing alright. Hopefully you are as well on this lovely Friday. Things are about to turn bad. Huh? No? But yeah, Snow, pretty much. That's the way I look at it. And before somebody comes in and says, oh, it must be Sony not wanting it to happen, all you have to do is look at Forza Horizon 6 that's releasing here in a couple weeks on PC and Xbox, and then releasing later this year on PlayStation. It's supporting full crossplay and cross-progression, so it's not Sony saying, oh, it's a Microsoft product, we don't want crossplay. That's definitely not the case, because Horizon will have all of that. So no clue at all. We are descending a little bit, but I'm sure we're fine. Well, I mean, I completely agree. I want them to fix the sim as well. I'm just only reason I brought up crossplay is because it was brought up. That's all I'm saying. All I know is it'll never happen. But I completely agree as well. I mean, they can't even get model matching right with one platform, so I can only imagine what would go wrong with crossplay. I mean, the biggest difference between PC and console stuff is if you're wanting a bunch of third-party things, you know, like the third-party career modes, like FS Kingpin that we checked out. If you're wanting to do VAT Sim, you know, where you're doing actual ATC conversations with real people and other pilots, you know, that type of experience. If you're not really too worried about that and just want a general experience with it, I mean, you can't really, I mean, it's hard to, in its current state, it's hard to recommend because Sim Update 5 killed the fun environment of the console version, but yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, if you're looking for a lot of changing of the sim and a bunch of other functionality that you will never get on console because of the third-party programs, then PC is the way to go. But if you're not really worried about that, once things get situated again, since they had to break it from Sim Update 4 to 5, you'll have a great experience on console as well. Just depending on what you fly currently, you might not have that great experience. I agree, FMJ. Got the live weather perfect as well, looking nice. I'll be back after dinner. Enjoy the peanuts. Oh, I will, CJs. Thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the dinner. We're about 20% of the way over to Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha. I think what we're going to go ahead and do too is let's hit that glacier ramp over here and kind of fly over the mountains. So we'll go 70 degrees. Now let's do, we'll do 70 degrees for now. We'll see how that is. All right, 60. Let's get to 4,000 feet. Let's get out of altitude hold mode. There we go. There we go. Autopilot was acting up a little bit there. Still doing what I wanted to do, actually. That's fine. We'll break out of it and do it ourselves for a little anyways. No worries. By the way, a little update on the 737-100, you know, the scam on the marketplace. I saw somebody finally replied, shockingly. Now I'm interested to see if anything actually happens to it. I'm gonna bet nothing happens to it. But let me find it again. Let me find it again. Because 3 days ago, there was this whole forum or thread that I was part of too, and talking about how it's embarrassing that that's even allowed on the marketplace and all that fun stuff. But somebody, community manager, finally said something in regards to that. Where is it now? We have sent the feedback in this thread about this product developer to the marketplace team for review. That was 3 days ago. And I believe it's still on the marketplace. And I feel like it'll always be there. I doubt it'll get removed. I think the whole thing they were talking about in the developer stream where people can actually submit written reviews and stuff like that, which that didn't come out with Sim Update 5, of course. And if a developer consistently gets negative reviews and stuff like that, they'll get removed eventually. I doubt that'll ever happen. But yeah, I just thought that was funny. 3 days ago, they're like, oh yeah, we brought it up to the... It's like, you shouldn't have to bring it up at all, because it should have never been released to begin with, but, you know. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing about this sim, though, is the whole M Scenery marketplace thing, where it's just like, why are you allowing this? So it'll be interesting to see if they do actually remove it, but again, my bet is on it'll be there forever and never removed. I think that was more of a marketing, just PR thing, like, oh yeah, we're going through the steps here to see what's going on. That's all that was. Nothing will actually be removed. Why is it a scam? Because it's a $30 plane that has 0 images in sim of what you're actually buying, and it's an exact replica of another plane from another developer, so it's just another developer with a different name re-releasing their same product for about twice as much as they normally do, and that's why it's a scam. Because it's a piece of junk plane that shouldn't even be in the marketplace to begin with. Alright, Fonzie, thanks for stopping on by. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Maxi, enjoying the stream. In Career VIP, I can't get the PC24 to travel as far as what the description says it can. Is there a mixture setting? Oh, it's just... This is how you fix that problem. Go to Settings. Go to Controls. Go to Search. Type in Fuel. Okay, let's make this easier. Instead of going through a bunch of... I didn't realize there was 8 million different fuel settings. Hang on. Type in repair and refuel. I have it set to like square and left on the D-pad. So when I'm in career mode, I just refuel it. If they don't want to make it to where players can actually land at airports and refuel legitimately, I'm just going to use the cheat system and refuel in the air. That's what I do. Then I don't have to worry about what the fuel's doing. I just keep refueling it and get going. I'm not going to waste my time with it. So that is my recommendation. Just go into settings, set up a keybind for repair and refuel, and you'll be able to fly for as long as you want to with your PC24. Alright, Josh5, thanks for flying along with us. Enjoy the rest of your day. Look at this glacier. Looks very cool. But yeah, FMJ, it did look like some meteors striking the ground back there. I mean, it's just ridiculous to see something like that in an official marketplace. Like I said in the marketplace video on Monday, it's something that you would expect to see from some shady website online, not in the marketplace. So it's embarrassing for Asobo that they would allow that onto the marketplace. It's as simple as that. It's such a bad look for them. And Phantom, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Where are you guys headed? We are headed to Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha. We took off from Papa Alpha Charlie Victor, and we're just east of that airport now by probably a good, what, 40 nautical miles or so? So if you just want to spawn in the air, you can find us there on US East servers, set to all players in flight conditions. Yep, Maxie, it would. It would. Because that's how it should be anyways. But if you land anywhere other than the mission location, you failed a mission. And it's such a dumb thing. So, that's why I just use the cheat. It's like, I'm not going to bother with all this and spend 2 hours on a flight just for it to not have enough fuel because of a headwind or any other type of situation that you could be dealing with. And, you know, all those factors. So, having that cheat there just for those instances is fantastic. NBA is here. Hello, hello. Welcome to the flight. I see Willow has popped in with the Piaggio. Hopefully you're enjoying that. I'm really interested to see how long it'll be until the crashes with the Flight Effects tablet will take to get fixed. And of course the map getting worked on to actually function correctly as well, so hopefully it won't be too long for those of you that have bought those planes. I need to get back to Alaska. It was such a fun trip, especially in the winter. I mean, being on the Alaskan highway with just the roads just covered in snow the whole time, running into maybe less than 30 vehicles the entire stretch through Alaska at that point. It was such a cool thing to experience. You know, especially being so used to having so much traffic around, people everywhere, all the land being owned. I mean, you were literally not driving by owned land. It was just all wild, and it was awesome. Would definitely do a trip like that again. I mean, it's just nice being somewhere where it isn't just a strip mall and car wash on every single intersection of a road and all this other crap. It was great. I love that show, Ice Road Truckers. I never actually watched that before. I'll need to dive into it a little bit. Hi, Tim. What do you think of the VR2 version of 24? I hope all is well. Russell, I'm going to be honest. I haven't touched the VR stuff in a little bit. Personally, I've just been playing the flat screen version for a little. I'll have to get back into it. Maybe we'll do a full-on VR stream next week. See if... There hasn't been an update, because we were just running into a lot of issues with it, but may as well do another one and see if something happens. I might just wait for an update, though. We'll see. But all is well, Russell. Hopefully, same for you as well. You got to check out the Glacier View car launch if you go back to Alaska. It's a pretty awesome 4th of July event. Is that where they launch cars off the cliff or whatever? Like, I saw videos over it. Unbelievable. Hello. Hey, and Phantom is here. Oh, look at the sun. Nice. That looks lovely. Oh. Somebody just disappeared. And welcome to the fly to Oscar as well. I mean, if you're only flying general aviation, you're not going to see as many issues, but if you're flying airliners at handcrafted airports and things like that, you'll be running into a lot more problems. But yeah, I mean, if you're just flying Cessna 172s the whole time, experience probably won't be any different. But I can assure you, Su-5 is not great for a lot of different aircraft. Feels like you're on a different planet here. I'm sorry to hear that, Maxie. I mean, that was the biggest thing that was weird to me, because if it was already old photogrammic imagery and it was already there, nothing changed with that. It was only just the new additions. But if it already had the photogrammic imagery before the world update, they just kept it. Because they really made no changes to that existing stuff. So if there was things with boats or water and everything like that, they didn't change it, which very much surprised me. Because on one side it's like, great, I'm glad we got more photogrammic imagery and so forth in other areas, but why wouldn't you update the satellite imagery and stuff in the major cities as well? Because, you know, that's the first thing I always check. It's like, oh great, the construction sites won't be construction sites anymore, and that was not the case. So I was like, oh, interesting. I'm gonna go a bit lower here so we can fly along the peaks. Let this metal bodywork shine. Are you in a helicopter, Shadow? Why is it looking so weird? The S600. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I can't believe I didn't. It's the blimp. Very nice. You will easily be able to keep up with us then. Completely forgot it's the blimp. Well, I mean, for things like the Blackbird, I can understand why model matching wouldn't work correctly, but the fact that it doesn't even work right with their own default aircraft that everybody owns is just hilarious to me. But yeah, an SR-71, I mean, would only see that if I owned it as well. So for that, I'm just going to really pick something random. But for that, like I said, it makes sense. But the fact that it's having issues with its own default aircraft is just hilarious to me. It's like, my goodness. Full metal planes, just, ooh, nothing beats it. Alright, Sash, see you next time. Thanks for flying along. We're almost to our destination here, just kind of making it last a little bit longer by flying along the peaks. And FSF, or SF, we are over. I mean, the nearest airport for now is probably going to be the area we're heading to, which is Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha in Alaska. If you just look to the left of that airport, you should see a nice clump of green icons over the glaciers and mountains over here. We're on US East servers and all that good stuff. That is where you will find us. Is that? Are those just random buildings? That's funny. It's actually kind of a cool cliff right there. For the valley. I'm just trying to get down low, do a little low flying over the ice. here. It's like water. You're just like, am I close? Am I not? And then you see the shadow. It's like, holy crap. Never mind. Oh, we're not kicking up any snow? That's a shame. I was wanting to see. See, this is yet another reason why we need a 24 upgrade for this plane. Get me out of this 2020 nonsense. You're not on USE server then. Or set to all players, or your multiplayer might be turned off. Those are all settings I recommend checking out. Oh, see, perfect. The A-10's giving us our spray. Thank you. We are not near Anchorage, nope. Again, you just have to type in the airport I said, and you will get to the right area, which is Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha. We're to the west of that airport. And then you should be able to find us there. Nice. Very nice. Oops. Do that. Just trying to get a picture. Ooh, trying to get a picture. Oh, this is so difficult trying to maintain a nice close altitude. There we go. That's enough risking that. I don't know why there's all these houses here. That's not supposed to be. Oh no! There might have been some desync though. But yeah, this would look cooler without all the random houses. Because I'm going to guarantee that's not supposed to be there. They're probably like rocks or something. That the Sim's like, oh, let's put a house. Ooh, some of these bumps are getting close. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. Look at all these little, like, crevices. Yeah. Oh, there's a house. Oh my goodness gracious. We gotta be careful though with the wake turbulence. We'll smash into the ground in seconds. It definitely takes some practice doing planes like the Cubs for landing. I mean, the main thing you're wanting to do is they have a very, very low stall speed. So you're going for really slow landings. And most of the time you're wanting a 3-point landing as opposed to, you know, a traditional 2-point landing. So as you're going in for that landing, have the speed decrease. And then let the ground meet you. Don't force it down, because if you do, you're going to be bouncing all over the place, and it'll make for a lot more difficulties on landing. Because then as you lose that airspeed and you kind of pull back a little bit, you'll be able to have all 3 wheels touch the ground at the same time, which will make for much easier control. on landing. And the biggest thing I can recommend is just go into free flight, have some clear, calm weather, and just go to a long runway or something. That way it just gives you a lot of opportunity to just kind of get familiar with landing those planes. And then from there you'll be able to have a much easier time with them, if that makes sense. Nice. That was actually really fun. I love low flying at pretty decent speeds, especially with planes like this. Plus it looks really cool with the shadow too, going over the terrain behind us. That was great. Don't have to worry about stalling out with this plane. This thing can book it. I love it. I really hope it gets upgraded. I mean, it's already a great plane in the 20 version. But I want more from it. We'll go left. I don't want to follow the water. Water's boring. We'll stick with the mountainside and the ice. Oh, okay. That left wing was way closer than I was expecting it to be. I think I... Oh my goodness. I think I lost power. Am I out of fuel or something? Because I am not doing much anymore. Oh, I probably didn't switch to the... I don't know where the tank selector is. Just load. There we go. It might be over here in the front. Yeah, that's alright. I don't feel like looking for the fuel door, so we're good. We're back. Oh, that's sweet to the left. Look at that. What a mountain. A Legionnaire flying by. See, look, I can't even get the boom supersonic model matched. Craziness. But yeah, Maxie, once I land here, I can always showcase that, what I was talking about visually, as opposed to just what I was saying. Well, actually, we're in a plane similar anyway. So this, I mean, it's different for this one. This one you're going for 2 wheels. But still get to see kind of a tri-wheel landing anyways. Wow, and it just breaks open into a huge icy valley. That's sweet. Alaska's like New Zealand, where no matter how many times you fly around there, you're always running into something different, and it's just such a cool experience. Look at those glaciers. Those canyons in there. Beautiful. And we'll just turn right and head straight for our final stop of the stream here. I have no idea what PMDG plane we'll get to start things off for them. I would imagine probably something 737 related, if I'd have to guess, but we shall see whenever it may arrive. Oh, I didn't realize I was over speeding there. I can turn that off anyways. Let me have fun. Goodness. Because I am far too busy looking at the scenery. Go a bit more to the right. And off to the airport we go. This almost looks like sand. Got some dunes. Yep, Flight FX is one of the top developers out there, I think, regarding planes. Just a shame that a couple little bugs there, but the overall experience of the plane shouldn't be affected. They always make great stuff. And one of the few developers that actually support career mode as well, which is always nice. Why? Oh. Oh, it's a window. I didn't realize there was... I was like, why is my... like, roof hatch open? Threw me off for a second. Hey, Westmaid, welcome to the flight. Can't wait for their Challenger 350. Should be pretty fantastic. Nice. Very nice. Got some trees. I hope I can use the Strato Liner in my criminal career mode. I feel like I'm doing one of those missions staying below a certain altitude. How, in what mode, and is there a certain plane? Like, you can't just, is it VR related? You can't get into past the ready to fly button? What seems to be the problem? Nice. Hey, and the milkman is here. Oh, sure. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay. Too busy looking at milkman and almost slammed into a hill. That shadow, I mean, when you see the shadow get very close in a short amount of time, wow. We are heading to our final destination of Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha, PAYA Airport. Yeah, I don't know. Might be related to the Blackbird in certain situations, but we've seen plenty of people flying it here, so must not be just, I don't know. I do not know what the case may be. Oh man, it's weird seeing green. So used to the ice and snow. It's a nice transition over to it, though. I still can't believe I didn't slam into that little hill. I mean, we couldn't have been any closer to the ground on that, I don't think. I mean, I believe you. I mean, SU-5 has done other weird things, so it wouldn't surprise me that that is a thing. But hopefully it'll fix itself for you, so you can actually fly without dealing with that. And then our final stretch. Just past this water and we're at our destination. I'm assuming the Cessna Sky Courier, Max? And then it made all my caravans unavailable to fly. When I sold it, I was able to use the caravan again. Is this a bug? I will see if I can replicate it. We'll check that out here. I know it says no aerobatic or acrobatic maneuvers, but can I do like a barrel roll? Like do a sweet corkscrew maneuver? It doesn't turn fast enough for that. We'll leave it alone. I always see people bring up cache and stuff like that. I don't think that does anything. Out of all my thousands of hours on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, I've never once done anything with the cache. I feel like that just leads to more issues than anything. But I've never adjusted that or reset it or anything of the sort. I mean, the only thing I could think of is just reinstall the sim. And see if that helps out. But yeah, I've never touched the cache once. Oh, hello. It's always funny turning around and just seeing a nice little formation going on. Love it. A lovely runway too. Excellent. Gonna do a little high-speed flyby over the airport, a little low pass. Perfect. Still heading right for the runway. Again, we're not going to do a landing here. We'll do a little low pass. They got an air show going on at the airport, so you gotta show off a little bit. I guess this unloaded part is the airport. Yeah, I see the lights already, just the airport's not loading in. And by the way, another fun fact with Sim Update 5, the Cessna 172's elevator doesn't animate. Because I was just getting clips ready to go, so if we ever do get an update, hopefully I can do a before and after with memory issues and everything like that, and things like a Cessna 1. It's just weird to me how fundamental things of an aircraft also break in this update. It's like, come on. Oh, why am I slowing down? Hang on. Low pass. We're not landing yet. Look at that road below us. That's so cool. Just miles and miles of trees on either side. And then a Strato Liner flying overhead. It's actually a cool airport. I like this one. Even though it has yellow X's all over it. And it's the Chinook. Got the sun hitting the snow-peaked or packed mountains over there, and then we're over this marshland-looking stuff. Actually seems like a nice training airport. You got 2 runways to utilize depending on the wind. No terrain to deal with. That's why it's always nice just flying in a random direction and seeing what you run into. No, it's actually really cool. I like it. Flaps down. Don't have to turn too quick. Got plenty of time. ...120 miles per hour. Bring this down a little bit. Get our bank in. And then line it up with the runway. Second notch of flap, still maintaining 120 knots. Bleed off some of that as we make our leveling off. Oh shoot, I had the tail. Oh no. Nope. That's not gonna be my finale landing. 120 is too slow. I keep forgetting what speed I want to be at, but we want to be a little bit faster on that. Nope. you're not seeing us, you're on the wrong server. I'm gonna sit around 130 or so. Hang around that 120. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. Oh. A post about the memory issues? Are you kidding me? What is this? Since the release of Sim Update 5 last week, we have been carefully monitoring player feedback regarding the stability and non-functional avionics issues occurring on Xbox and PlayStation 5 consoles. Asobo is now working on an update to address these issues, and we plan to release it before the start of Sim Update 6 flighting. The team is treating this issue as our highest priority, and we will provide more information as soon as we can. Thank you for your patience. Well, it's about time. I don't know why we can't acknowledge this earlier, but better late than never, I suppose. Goodness gracious. I mean, that took just far too long to acknowledge that. But great to finally have it. So we'll see when it comes out. So the flighting means before Sim Update 6 beta. But goodness gracious. Wait, there wasn't a problem, was there? Mm-hmm. The fix will be before the Sim Update 6 beta. So there will be a hot fix at some point. But yeah. I kept getting comments saying everything's fine. Everything's good. No. It is not. But there we go, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight. I'm going to do a couple things, but that won't be related to free flight. So thank you guys so much for joining. Hopefully that update will come out soon so everybody on PlayStation and Xbox can get back to what the experience was like before Sim Update 5 broke everything. I mean, goodness gracious. Took them long enough to acknowledge it, so at least that finally happened. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this flight. I know I did. That was a fantastic one over the Alaskan wilderness. Very much appreciate the PlayStation folks really showing up again. I know we lost a few along the way because they had to head out, but still a great group here. So we gotta have a conversation here. I mean, you just interrupted my end speech here by shoving your F-18 into the group, and this is unacceptable. This is a very serious community flight. You also were not flying the correct aircraft. This was all about hot air balloons, and you flew an F-18. So you are banned from future community flights. This is very serious. But all right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you guys had a blast. And yeah, I'm glad that came out before the stream ended, which is great. But let me check the career mode thing really quick and see if I can replicate anything with the Cessna Sky Courier breaking the caravans. And Max with the 20 Australian dollars, if I'm not mistaken. Thanks for the help and advice. You are very, very welcome. My goodness. And thank you for the super chat. That is insane. Very much appreciate it. Glad you enjoy the content and it's helpful as well. And Jado, goodbye. Thanks for flying along. The 330 was lovely to fly. That's why I sold it in career mode. Yeah, exactly. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect. But yeah, let me do this real quick. Get a Grand Caravan here by, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Deliver it to this. Yeah, that's perfect. Don't care. Perfect. Yep, next. Purchase. And then let me buy a Sky Courier and see if we can't fly the Grand Caravan then. We'll see. Just want to quickly check it out since it was brought up in the chat. I'm assuming it was a Sky Courier. I don't know if they clarified or not. I'm not seeing anything going wrong with that. I still see it there. And it's not disabled or anything. So it might have just been a one-off thing, hopefully, for you. But I'm not seeing anything too crazy on that. And then the other thing, again, I just want to showcase landing a Cub. Just so you can kind of see what's going on. I mean, kind of see what we were doing with the Strato Liner. It's a bit different with a Cub, though, since it's a smaller plane and lighter. So let me just do that real fast. Nope, not the NX. We'll just do the X Cub here. And you know what? Let me go ahead and pop back on over here, because that was... Crap, what airport was it now? Oh, get these clouds out of my face. Oh, there it is. So let me just show this real quick.
Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha traffic. Cubcraft is Charlie Oscar Whiskey Tango Whiskey November. Taking off runway 2. Departing straight out, Papa Alpha Yankee Alpha.
I'm just going to do a quick little circle here. But yeah, so we're going to bring that power back. Get some flaps going. But this is why I recommend going to an airport that's flat. You can do clear weather, clear all that, and just have it perfect conditions, and just kind of get used to it from that. We'll get a second notch of flaps in here. You can see we're hanging around 58 knots, because again, the Cubs have a very slow or low stall speed. So we're going to use that to our advantage. So we'll line up here. And we'll just bleed off that airspeed. I'll have a little bit of power in here. And then as we lose that airspeed, we're going to meet the ground on our own. I'm trying to do this quick here before I waste all the time here. Hang on. I need to do it from outside so you can see what I'm talking about too. Hang on. Get back up in the air. And you're going for that 3-point landing. Because the reason you're going for that too is because then you can use the tail wheel to guide you. Because if you just land with just the front 2 wheels, which I think with the Tundra wheels you would just do the front 2 instead of the front. But if you try to land with just 2, you're going to be all over the place on trying to maintain, you know, control. You can see it just, you're going to be freaking out. So it's all just about the 3-point landing. I see a hot air balloon now. That's fantastic. So again, we'll go full flaps on this. We're going way too. Oh no, we're good. We got enough here. I'm just trying to rush it. Hang on. I want a nice smooth landing. But you get the point. You get what I'm trying to say here. Come on, slew mode. Slew mode just doesn't want to be helpful, does it? Come on. Oh, you jerk. We'll do it from inside here. Because, I mean, if you're not dealing with too bad of weather, you can always go for the 2 wheels anyways in the front. But if you're dealing with a lot of wind, you definitely want that tail down as soon as possible. Oh, goodness. Because we can go for 2 wheels here. And you don't want to force it onto the ground, because if you do, you'll bounce it. And there we go. Yeah, I don't want to get banned. Perfect. But anyways, just a quick little rundown of that. And what you want to do. So there we have it, everybody. Perfect, Max. I'm glad it made somewhat of some sense there. So thank you guys so much for your continued support on the flight sim content. I hope you guys enjoyed this community flight, either as a viewer or a pilot as well. And at least we get to end off with a good note. We get some acknowledgement of the issues that we've been running into since SU5 released on console. And now people can quit telling me that there's nothing wrong with Sim Update 5. Fantastic. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys next time. See ya.